Three, 7-11, Part 3 Sports Wall. Now, this is the Florida road trip for the Knicks edition. Now, I'm going to get it kicked off with Knicks at Heat, the big game of Sunday. But first, some highlights from NBA.com.
The juice is back in the New York Knicks-Miami Heat rivalry. New York in town, and yeah, they brought Chauncey Billups, Mr. Big Shot, with them. They also got that guy, some Brooklyn kid known as Carmelo Anthony. But the Heat have a pair as well, Dwayne Wade and the two-time MVP, perhaps the top player in the league, LeBron James. First quarter, LeBron sharing with Eric Dampier, who's rejected by Amari Stoudemire. But yeah, LeBron steals, just flips it over his head, and finds Dampier for the jam. 5 assists on the night for LeBron. Miami in front early. Later in the first quarter, Mario Chalmers turning it over here, and the Knicks taking advantage here as Carmelo finds Amari Stoudemire for the one-handed spike. Nice combo. If you're a Knicks fan, Carmelo to Amari. Amari 8 of 14 from the field, but Miami still in front 15-12. Into the second quarter we go. Dwayne Wade kicking it out to Chris Bosh, who's kicking it in the hole. Nice shot from Bosh there. He finished with a double-double. 20 points and 12 boards. Miami up by 15. But back come the New York Knicks. Yeah, they got Chauncey Billups. 3 of 7 from threes. That cuts the lead down to 4. And Bill Walker at the halftime buzzer. Glass, please. Yeah, that'll help as well. Bill Walker drills a 3. It's a 16-0 New York run to end the half. They take the lead by 1, and that pleases Spike Lee. Into the third quarter, LeBron James just taking advantage. Backing down Chauncey Billups. Tough shot, gets it to go. 10 of 20 from the field for LeBron, but they have an answer in New York now. Carmelo, what a spin move right around LeBron. He had a game-high 29 points, mixed in 9 rebounds as well. Miami in front by 3. Dwayne Wade turning the ball over here, but tracks it down in the corner. Looks like it may be Nick Ball. Spike Lee thinks it's Nick Ball, but it doesn't matter what Spike Lee thinks, because the referee says it's Miami ball, and that's the ruling that we'll take here. The ref gives it to Miami, and the ball goes to Miami in spite of the protest. Less than 2 minutes to go. Miami by 4. How does Chauncey Billups get this shot to go? When it's under 2 minutes, forget Amari, forget Carmelo. This is Mr. Big Shot's time. Deep 3, buries it. The Knicks go up by 1. Spike celebrating that one. No arguing anything on that play. Less than a minute to go. Chauncey Billups with the steal again. Finds Sean Williams, who can't make the layup, but he does get fouled on the play and goes to the line and calmly buries 2 on the other end. With Miami down by 3, LeBron James, rugged move to the hole. He made a pair of free throws. That cuts the lead down to 1. Chauncey inbounding to Bill Walker, and it was a tough pass, to be fair to Bill Walker here. He was going out of bounds the whole time, so Miami gets the ball back, a chance to take the lead. LeBron to the rack on Carmelo, who wanted to guard LeBron, and he wanted help in the name of Amari Stoudemire. Amari Stoudemire, stand and deliver with this rejection of LeBron James. Sean Williams was fouled. He goes to the line, makes a pair. That's the second one. So it's New York by 3. Miami goes to LeBron. He gets a good look at it, but it's just off the side of the rim, and New York, with all of their new talent, working it into the lineup, goes down to South Beach. There you see LeBron shot one more time. They go down to South Beach and get it done, taking down the Heat. Final score, 91 New York, 86 Miami.
Now, the video doesn't mention that Bill Walker for the Knicks had 10 points. As you saw, he capped off that Knicks 16-0 run in the second quarter. Amari Stoudemire and Chauncey Billups had 16 points to add to Melo's 29 points. For the Heat, Dwayne Wade really didn't do too much. He only had 12 points, 9 assists. The 9 assists is a good number, but 12 points for D. Wade, come on now. He's third best. He's actually considered the third best player in the league for all these years. Mike Miller had also added 10 points off the bench. Keys for the Knicks first. They had a 16-0 run in the second quarter, capped off by Bill Walker's 3. It would have been 13-0, but Bill Walker hit the buzzer beater 3. the Knicks were losing badly, and then I was saying, what if the Knicks can come back? Hopefully they come back, narrow it down to at least like 5 or something. Well, they got the lead at halftime, which is a pretty good thing. They made free throws, 91% from the line. That's good against not a running gun, but against a fast-paced team like the Heat. The Heat are not a half-court set team. They're just like the Knicks. They like to run and gun. I don't know, not Mike. Eric Spoelstra has a new thing of offense for this Heat team. Clutch defense from Melo and Amari Stoudemire. As you saw, LeBron was blocked partially from Melo, but the full block came from Amari Stoudemire in the late the late fourth quarter. Clutch shooting came from Chauncey Billups. Big shot. Billups knocked down a 3 to put the Knicks up. I think maybe by like 2 or something like that. And clutch defense, of course, that I mentioned before. But keys for the Heat, they missed free throws. The Knicks capitalized on this. And they went to the wrong guy in the late fourth quarter. They went to LeBron James. Now, what they should have done was go to Finals MVP of 06, Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade can hit big-time shots like that. Even though Dwayne Wade was struggling, Dwayne Wade seems to come up big time in the clutch. And LeBron, I've been noticing for these past Heat games, especially the one before this one in Chicago, when Chris Bosh went 1 for 18, he shot a bad 3 and he missed. And then also, I think the game in Boston, LeBron took a 3, he missed, and then I think they gave it to Mike Miller, and Mike Miller missed. So the Heat are in a struggle right now. And if you didn't see the Daily Zap before, LeBron took a 3 against the Bulls yesterday, and he drove it yesterday on the Bulls, and he missed. It seems like the Heat need to find out who is the late situation guy. But that's it with the Knicks Heat game. Now on to the Knicks at Magic. But first, some highlights from NBA.com.
Carmelo Anthony and Dwight Howard, couple of all-stars on the floor at Amway Center, and Dwight Howard was just unstoppable in that first quarter.
It was all about power around the rim. It was really the first half was a Dwight Howard show. I mean, he was going to work, and he can really jump really high.
17 points in the first quarter and 5 of 6 shooting.
You know, you're kind of worried for Orlando. Who else was going to step up? And obviously they got their second guy in that second half with Jameer Nelson. And Amari Stoudemire, slow start because of some fouls, and he got going. And we know the Knicks in that second quarter, the pace was to their liking. Chauncey Billups, what a game he had. He has not disappointed in his first 3 games with the New York Knicks.
Now the game got ratty. Now it's New York. It's up and down. They're scoring. They're running. Stan Van Gundy's really upset. And
watch, that's Turkoglu on the bench. You can barely see him there, but he said something. He already had 1 technical. That's 2. Bye-bye, Haydu.
You got to, like, yell at them in Turkish or something, because they know what they don't even know what you're saying, I bet. You can't say it in English.
Most referees do not speak Turkish.
No.
Anthony to Chauncey Billups for 3 here. The Knicks up by 5, and they would lead it by 11 at the half. But the third quarter,
that kind of started getting Jameer going right there. They get that little play, and then they started running that mid-screen and roll for him. And he got hot. What a great, that was a between-the-leg pass, end one. Just a great, look, watch this. Whoops.
That was beautiful. And then Amari avoiding the charge and laying it up. And Chauncey, like I said, the first 4 games now, said 3, now 4 games, he has not disappointed.
No, big 3 there by Melo coming down, and then Billups had made a 3 right in that run, too. He thought New York was taking control of the game. And things changed, though. They got to the big horse here, and when he starts doing that little spin move and taking control of the game in the paint, I like it when he does that.
Dwight Howard was 9 of 15 from the field. Ryan Anderson, this is the point in the game where you guys were, you're thinking, as purists, maybe you don't love the shot selection, but this is who the Magic are, and they start knocking down their threes.
That one I didn't mind. That was one of the threes that was a pretty good 3, and then they started, like I say, getting that mid-screen and roll, and this guy right here got on fire. He was making shots left and right, and that was the game right there when Jameer got hot in that fourth quarter. You can see the knee on the thigh. I hope it's I hope it's not in the thigh, Smitty. I hope he just bumped knee.
Yeah, because
you can come back from a bump knee. Boy, you get a deep thigh bruise like that for Chauncey. Could be a while.
You know what, Orlando, what they did, they said Knicks did not make any adjustments on that high pick and roll. So Orlando said, we're going to keep running until you stop it. You know, I thought D'Antoni would make some adjustments, maybe trap Jameer or maybe
Now, the video doesn't mention that Stat had 30 points, which is Amari Stoudemire. Carmelo Anthony had 25 points. For the Magic, Jameer Nelson killed the Knicks with 26 points. Ryan Anderson had 16 points. And Quentin Richardson decided to be nice for one night and have himself 10 points. Keys for this game, starting with the Knicks first. Poor defense in the second half. The Knicks came out there in an auspicious start to the first half. And in the second half, it seems like the Magic just turned it on. Jameer Nelson turned it on as well. The Knicks shot too many threes. They shot 23% from deep. That's not good against a team like the Magic. The Magic are not a fast-paced team. They're more of like that half-court set like the Hawks. For the Magic, keys for this. 2 words. Jameer Nelson. Fourth quarter was Jameer Nelson time. And Jameer Nelson decided he wanted to score in the fourth quarter, and the Knicks decided they didn't want to play defense in the fourth quarter against Jameer Nelson. And it was really frustrating to see it, because the Knicks came in there in the fourth quarter with a lead. And I thought the Knicks had a chance of winning. The new-look Knicks had a chance of winning. Jameer Nelson said otherwise, and he did most of the scoring. The Magic also made their threes. 44.4% from downtown, capped off from Ryan Anderson and Jameer Nelson. And maybe Jason Richardson. But Hito Turkoglu really didn't burn the Knicks. He got ejected, if you didn't see in the video, for saying something stupid. And that basically sums up this Sports Ball. This is the BX Ball 3-7-11 Sports Ball. Signing out.